Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. Hasbro has just announced the latest spin-off to their long-running Transformers Legacy action figure brand, and this time, it's Transformers Legacy United. And they're bringing back some figure designs from back in the day, heading straight back to the Transformers animated series from 2007 with their updated renditions of Transformers animated Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Now, after the 2007 live-action Transformers movie brought back the brand in a big way, and to blockbuster box office sales, Hasbro pretty much stunned fans with this new cutesy and very stylized cartoon incarnation of the Autobots and Decepticons. At the time, the designs and simplistic animation style made me think that it was the Pokemon of Transformers. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was never really a fan of the robot designs, even if I did have some of the figures that were coming out at the time because, well, they were new Transformers toys, okay? And at the time, the market wasn't overly saturated as it is today, okay? So if you're a Transformers fan, you just bought whatever new Transformers stuff was coming out. But as the series progressed, the quality of the toys started to get more impressive and would rely more heavily on G1 influences, especially when it came to characters like Megatron and the Dinobots, and the homages that were meant for older fans was not lost on me. Today, I would say that the series is fondly remembered by a lot of fans who were maybe around 8 or 9 years old when the series first came out, and the toys in particular are heavily sought after by those same kids who are now adults with credit cards. Yeah, I mean, just check out some of the activity on eBay. Also, with social media being what it is, and with reruns of the show on streaming TV, there are a lot of new fans who are just starting to discover Transformers animated today. And that's why I do believe that a lot of you guys out there are going to be very excited with the newly announced figures. Optimus is a Voyager class figure, whatever that means these days, because if you've been collecting Transformers for a while now, you'll know that the old Voyagers used to be a whole lot bigger. Having said that, I do like the design of these legacy boxes. The packaging is always really impressive, very striking. The colors are just blowing up at you, okay? And you know what? The robot mode is obviously the main selling point here. In the box, the robot mode looks great, okay? Out of the box, the images that we're seeing here, he looks very detailed, that's for sure. I will say that the paint apps are definitely a much lighter tone. They've gone with a much lighter blue than they used to have it on the old figure. But I can see that there's a lot of detail, okay? Additional detail that's been put here as well. I think a lot of old-time fans are going to appreciate that. The massive battle axe is still there, still massive, still huge. He looks great holding it up. It's a bit exaggerated, but that's the way it's supposed to be. I know a lot of fans probably would want him to also have the mouth plate, okay? The face guard. But you know what? In the cartoon, I think most of the time he was just talking with those lips, all right? But then again, we've seen a lot of, technology incorporated where you could just sort of like have a flip-up mouth guard. Somehow, they could have worked that into this one, but they didn't. But having said that, I still say that this thing looks pretty good for fans who love the original design. The vehicle mode matches up pretty closely to his old Cybertronian cap design. There's a lot more detail worked into the sculpt as well. I can see a lot of lines there, a lot more mechanical grooves and stuff like that. It does look striking, it does look good. The paint apps, once again, come off as a lot more lighter. And those wheels there, they look really kiddish, okay? I mean, they could have put in a little bit more color there on the inside, on the interior of the rims or something like that to make it stand out a little bit more. There's a spot at the back there for you to park his weapon. Okay, overall, I mean, this looks like a pretty good package. Okay, a Voyager class version, a modern day Voyager class version of the animated Optimus Prime. Okay, with some drawbacks in terms of the paint apps, I think. Then we get down to checking out the Legacy United animated Bumblebee figure. Bumblebee is a deluxe class figure, okay, so you know that he's going to be really small, okay? I mean, he's already a tiny guy, okay? But with this new deluxe class scale, man, he's going to be miniaturized, okay? Well, not really, but you know what? Back in the day, a deluxe figure was like Voyager class size. And talking about that, I actually had the original from 2007. This was the one that I put up for sale sometime back on a local trading post. Some guy just picked this up a couple of weeks ago, yeah. And he told me that he was a fan of this version of the character from back in the day. Finally decided to pull the trigger and pick up the figure once I put it up for a good price. And you see how that works, okay? These characters are still very much in circulation. People are still talking about them. And are they also going to be talking about this new version of the animated Bumblebee? I think so. Okay, he's a pretty good representation of modern day update. I like the translucent looking weapons, okay? Those look great, okay? The stingers there can be attached to the tips of the weapons there. Those look great, okay? A lot of people online are commenting on the fact that the stripes there, okay, that run alongside his chest there, especially in robot mode. You see how it works? They run along the left side of the chest there and then they start running down the right side of his leg. Okay, so that looks a bit weird. Okay, gotta admit. But overall, the color scheme being what it is, yellow and black, I guess they could pull it off. Bumblebee still got that trademark smirk because that's just who he is, all right? Confident, cheerful, smirky. It's a pretty good sculpt overall. The vehicle mode looks good as well. Okay, you get to do everything that the original could as well. You could just park those weapons there on the sides of the vehicle. Yeah, pretty much it's a good package. I will say though that, the thing about these new Transformers, the legacy ones, especially if you compare something like this with the 2007 versions, okay, definitely the plastic is going to come off feeling a lot softer and cheaper, okay, because those original ones from back in the day, man, they had way sturdier plastic, okay, and a better shine as well. With the modern day figures, you can just tell just by touching them, okay, the minute you just pick them up, okay, the plastic is of a much more inferior quality. And that's one of the things that I really miss the most about those old Transformers toys from just like 15 years ago. From 15 years ago, okay, when the first movie came out, okay, the toys were of a much larger and higher quality. You know what I mean? But guys, I want to know what you think about these new Legacy United animated figures. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.